Welcome to this new case study on visuals and photos. We're going to be going through some of the visuals that I post as a business and brand and talk about what works and most likely what doesn't work as well. So over on Pinterest, I have a profile that I've set up for myself and my brand, and you can see that over time it's gotten a lot of traffic, over 600,000 monthly viewers of the pins that I post on Pinterest. And to be honest, do I do any work on Pinterest? No, I don't do any work at all. It's all set up automatically, and this can be done through your different social media platforms or website to automatically post pins when you post new content, such as a blog article or a YouTube video. There are plugins and tools for websites like WordPress, or you can use an external app like Zapier. I'll just go to their website really quick so you can check it out. Zapier.com is really awesome because you can connect different apps and create automated workflows. For example, if you post a new article, then it will trigger something. I know this is a little bit of a tangent, but I think it's really interesting. So let's just search. If you go to Explore, you can search for apps. So let's say whenever I post a YouTube video, what action do I want to take? You could send a YouTube video to a Facebook page. You could tweet new YouTube videos. Let's see if there's one that includes Pinterest as well. So let's type in Pinterest. So you can select multiple. We got YouTube and Pinterest. You can automatically post an Instagram post on Pinterest. Same with Facebook. So what you could do is send it to Facebook and then create this other automation that sends the Facebook page post to Pinterest. Or if you post a new article on WordPress, it posts to Pinterest. So really, really cool stuff. Sometimes you have to set up multiple steps for it to work properly, but definitely check it out. We have a full course on automation that we don't really go over it more in depth in this class, but I've created an automation course with Scott Duffy that goes over a lot of these things. All right, so back to Pinterest. We can see that a lot of these posts are just recent posts that are automatically pinned from my articles, but if we scroll down, we can see the ones that are most popular. You can see the views here on the left-hand side. Here are some of my most popular pins. We've got 25 posing ideas for men that has over almost 500,000 views, over 2,000 pins. We've got these different posing guides. And this is something where I was actually looking for visual content to create on Pinterest, and I saw that this was working, these visual guides. And so let's see, if I just type in posing guide, let's see if one of my pins will pop up here. Posing guide, lots of different content. See, I saw something similar to this, and I thought, oh, we can create something like that. So here's posing guide right here. So on the main page for posing guide, someone can come here, and then if they click on this, it goes to my website. So this one's specific to kids posing ideas. And so the visual is great. People can download this. It's not really like an infographic, but it's kind of that infographic style. And on any of these blog articles, people can download our guide that includes more poses in an easy to view format. So that's getting a little bit more advanced into the actual how the marketing funnel works. But the basic idea is that I was looking for ideas for Pinterest. I saw that those posing guides were popular. So I actually went out and I paid someone to illustrate those poses, and then I put it together myself as that infographic style, and then I pinned it, and it has done really well. So it was a little bit of extra work, but at the end of the day, it was worth it. Now, if you're just getting started on Pinterest, what I would do is you can set up these different boards. So for example, I have a photography tips board, I have a video production tips board, I have a Premiere Pro tips board, and then I went back to my website and I just found my best content and I pinned it to those boards. And that was the first thing I did. That took about a day of work to put together those boards, find all my good content, pin it together. And from there, I just started automating everything, and everything is just running on its own now. So that's Pinterest. Pinterest is its own beast, but a great place to post any sort of visual content. So next is Instagram. So Instagram is mostly photos. I have a personal Instagram. I also have a business Instagram. So one thing we're doing recently is we're crowdsourcing content for our Video School Online Instagram. So all of these photos that you see here are photos taken by our students. And the cool thing about this is not only do we get to feature student work, but it inspires people who might want to learn photography when they see, hey, this was shot by a student in this class. That's awesome. Maybe I want to take that class. And so we have a link to the class in our profile, and on Instagram, you can have one link. So generally, you might just put this back to your website or to your main product, but we have it linked out to our photography class for now. So that's pretty cool. We got all these photos just from students that we posted on Facebook in our photography and friends community, asking for people if they wanted to be featured on Instagram. And we got over 100 submissions. And of course, that takes time to grow an audience who's going to want to do that. But it's one idea to use. Now, on my personal Instagram, it's a lot more personal. And while there's a few photos of my twin boys. Right now, they're almost 8 months. There's also just some photography that I do myself. And so I try to keep it a combo of professional but also personal. And I like that because it shows a different side of me that is not shown on my business account. And I think people like that. People like seeing a little bit more of the behind the scenes of me. And that helps build my brand and helps people to like, know, and trust me a little bit more than just seeing sort of the standard stock photos or things like that. So it's up to you. I think on Instagram and on social media, it's fine to open up a little bit more and to show a little bit more of that personal side. All right, so speaking of photography and friends, I just wanted to show you a couple of the sort of graphics and things that we've posted. So here's just a sample of a photo adventure post. So every week they see a graphic like this. This was created with canva.com. We'll talk more about tools for visuals in a future lesson. Here is just a visual for a tutorial that we created. And this was also created in canva.com. But whenever you post something on Facebook or on social media, posting it with an image gets more traction. So that's why with most of our posts, we try to add a visual to it. Here's our monthly editing challenge. So as you can tell, we have a schedule for what we're posting. And this is each month we post a photo that everyone can edit together. And then we ask them to post their edited photos in the comments. So you can see kind of an example of that here. I believe I mentioned this earlier in the class. We crowdsourced ideas for photo adventures. So this was just a post. On Facebook, we use the sort of big image style text post that you can do now. Here is a photo competition. So this is a closed group. So you probably won't be able to see this if you just go to the post, but I just want to show you that when you are on social media, it's a good idea to be visual. The next thing I want to show you is just how important it is to stick to your branding. So here's my main Video School Online page on Facebook. You can see the logo with the colors. You can see the logo here on the cover image. Now, if you go to my website, notice anything? It's the same image. It's the same logo. It's the same color choice. And that is important because it helps people feel comfortable and confident when they go from one page to the next, one platform to the next. If you go to my courses page, so if you go to courses.videoschoolonline.com, it's a little bit different just because I wanted the color scheme to be a little different, but the logo is the same. And if you join our membership, you can see that when you become a member and you look at things such as the learning paths, which are in that membership area, colors are the same, imagery is the same. So if, for example, you're interested in photography on videoschoolonline.com, you're on this page, and then you join our membership, you can see that you have the same sort of imagery there, same fonts, across the websites, trying to make sure that it's a seamless transition and seamless path for people to use, and it's not like a completely different logo or image that would throw someone off. So that's very important when you're doing visuals and photography, is to come up with your set fonts, your set colors, your set logos, even buying some stock image that you can use across your platforms, or finding free images and repurpose that. All right, as always, check out your own people you follow, see what they're doing on social media, see how often they're posting, what types of posts they're posting, and that's the best way to get inspiration. All right, have a good one, and we'll see you in the next lesson.